think I've ever seen you move as fast, Sean. He's picking up the camera and they went, oh, 3, 2, quick, go. Brilliant. Welcome to Tuesday, everybody, and live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. It's ScanNCut day. Oh, I've got a fabulous project to make for you today. In fact, I've got a couple of really good ones and lots of little techniquey bits with a bit of cadence, bit of shrink plastic, shaker cards, vinyl starter kit is back in stock. Thank goodness. How long it's going to last, I don't know. We've got an amazing deal on vinyl and we've got a cracking deal on this machine. So let me get rid of all the boring bit. First of all, the housekeeping, and then we can crack on. First of all, though, I'm going to introduce you to my team. We've got Sean on cameras this morning.
Morning.
There we are. We've got Andrew.
Hello.
Last day today.
Last day in the office.
Well, I know that, Andrew, but it's the last day for us having you in here.
You're right, it is.
Don't tell him, but I will really miss him. Will you promise me one thing, though?
I'll try.
Will you keep sending me pictures of Quinn?
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to see her growing up. It's very exciting, isn't it? Right, live shopping, what's it all about? You can watch us on different platforms. So you can watch us on YouTube, on your TV. You can also watch us on Facebook and Instagram and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Now, if you're going to shop with us on either of our social platforms, I'm going to show you a product and that product will appear on your screen. And on that screen, you'll see 2 words in bold. That's what you're going to type into the comments underneath the video. So the word shop and then the code for that product. And automatically, that will put that into a basket for you. Brilliant, right? So you don't need to miss any of the demos or any of the deals because you can shop while you watch. Then it sends you a direct message. And when you open up that message, you'll find a link. If you click the link, that will take you to our website where you can log into your account and then check out those baskets. And logging in is really important because if you don't log in, you miss out on your club member benefits, which are extra discount, loyalty points for every £1 that you spend, and on a basket spend over £35, we pay your postage for you. So it's all the good stuff, but no fees for the club. But please make sure that you're logging into your accounts. Now then, if you would prefer to shop with us directly on our website, just go to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the items in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you wish to purchase and they will go into a little red shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. When you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag and that will take you through that process. But always make sure that you have a good look on the website before you check out because we've got outlet on there, we've got deals on there, there's all sorts going on. So make sure you get that basket to over £35 after your discounts and then we pay your postage. And also if you want to shop ahead, you can from midnight, which is really exciting. Right, let me say good morning to a few of you this morning. Oh, there's loads of you joining. Mrs H999, morning. We've got Deborah with us, Janet, Ria, we've got Sue, Wendy, Veronica, morning from Grimsby, says Veronica. We've got Chrissy, we've got Helen, we've got Pauline from East Yorkshire, ready for a ScanNCut fix, she says, brilliant. We've got Rachel with us. Anne, are you leaving Andrew or just on holiday? No, Andrew is going on paternity leave, so he's going to become a full-time daddy. For how long?
4 months.
4 months.
5 months.
So it's not leave 5 months.
Yeah, 4 months. 4 months.
4 months. Yeah, don't let's spend
For
it.
now.
Andrew, don't do that. Yeah, so he's going on paternity leave, which will be lovely. He's terrified, but he'll be fine. We've got Maureen, Linda, Sheila, Chris with us, Miriam, Lizzie and Barbara. Thank you for joining us. Right, just before we get stuck into SVG files and downloads and all this amazing stuff that we've got, I want to talk to you about the deal on this machine, please. This is the SDX 1200. So it has that nice large screen. It also comes in a box, which you would expect, with, that with bit's important, Sean, isn't it? With 2 mats, a low tack and a standard. It also comes with your regular auto blade, your fabric auto blade, your pen holder with your erasable pens for your fabric. You also get 6 drawing pens. I know there's 5 on there. I don't know where the black one's gone. Somebody must have needed it. 6 drawing pens, a stylus and a spatula. You also get a roll of high contact adhesive if you want to cut fabric without stabilising it. And you also get a roll of iron-on stabiliser. Now, inside the machine's memory, it has 1,303 images, icons, shapes, borders, phrases, all sorts of different things in there. You also get 17 full fonts and you get 100 quilt blocks. Okay, so you've got all of that content inside. You could literally do a different project every day of the year for at least a year and come up with something different just from the content that's in there. Right, I've worked this out if you are in tier 1. So tier 1 of our club gets 5% discount. You spend X amount with us, you go up to tier 2 where you get 10% discount. But this is how it works out with this. So it's normally $5.99. That's the recommended retail price from Brother. We're going to do it today for you. So we've taken away the Tattered Lace subscription content and we've knocked another £50 off the machine. So you can get an SDX 1200 today for $449.99. Now if I take 5% off that, it comes down to £425.45. Then you're going to get £21.27 worth of points put back. So I've knocked that off. Brings it down to $404.18. And then I was a bit cheeky. Surprise, surprise. And I asked if we could add a pack of our new black cardstock. Okay, so it's like a really deep slate. It's not black, it has a lovely, lovely texture to it. It's not textured as in feeling textured, but textured when you look at the card. It's fabulous. So you're also going to get that included in your deal. So after the discount on that, that's another £14.24 to come off. So you're actually paying $389.94 for an SDX 1200. This is the one that sits on my desk. It's the one that sits on Amanda's desk. It's the one that's at home for me. It's the one that Amanda's got at home. This was the one that really took the world by storm because of that larger screen. It was the first one really that we did with the bigger screen. So if you're interested in that, it is shop bundle. Now we do have ways to split your payment. So I'm thinking September, October, November, it's all paid off by Christmas. So you can use Klarna, ClearPay or PayPal Pay in 3. So we have those options. So if you've been sitting on the fence thinking, should I, shouldn't I? Sometimes it doesn't matter what we bundle with it. You just need money knocked off. That's exactly what we've done for you today, which is great. And we've also included that black card. I know. Sometimes I push it a little bit too far and I get a no, but not very often. Right, let's have a look at these, shall we? Because this, now you would have seen me use this on Saturday with the MDF because we made this little project, didn't we, with the wondrous shelving. We're going to do something different with this today. We're going to make one of the concertina books from start to finish. So I've got everything cut, otherwise that would be really boring. And I'm going to show you how to make the files and do all that kind of stuff. So these are, I love this, Cool Jewels. Now look at these little characters. Now I'm showing you the die ones because then you can see what they actually look like. How fabulous are these little characters? And they're called Cool Jewels because they have all these little diamantes encrusting what they're wearing. How fabulous are they? So you could add gems, or we actually have stickers with gems on too. Surprise, surprise. So you're getting that little character. Then you're getting this one. The warm. I love the fact that the snowmen have rosy cheeks. It just makes me really smile. I think that's fantastic. Then on top of that, you're also going to get our little skater girl. How fabulous is she? Now then, I need to show you something. Be aware, this has got a warning, cute alert. Are you ready? Look at that. That's her on shrink plastic. So I've got the small ones out, printed the reflection on shrink plastic on white, cut it out with my ScanNCut, put a hole in the bubble and then cut her out. Look how fabulous she is. I love stuff like that. I know, I am a child. I am absolutely a child. Right, let's have a look at the SVG files for you then. So you're going to get Flurry, Frosty and Snowy, our lovely little characters. Now remember, when we're bringing you SVG files, and I know I do this on every show, but we get new people all the time. In fact, we had a lovely gentleman message in last night to say he just got a ScanNCut and it was a bit daunting. So I'm going to take you through the basics as well because we have to think about everybody. So we've got Flurry, Frosty and Snowy. So you're going to get them in 3 different sizes to get you started, okay? So you'll always get the original, which is the size of the dies. Then you'll either get a smaller and a larger, or a larger and an extra large, depending on what that artwork calls for, okay? Then you're going to get all of the artwork and the reverse of that artwork. So if you're making it inside something like a bauble, the back will look just as good as the front. Then you're also going to get decoupage layers, so you don't need to cut loads of them out and then snip into them. We give you the decoupage layers for them. That's been done for you. You also get any of the colourways if they're applicable. They might not be, but if they are, you get them. And then you also get all the detail designs, which means that you can draw them, foil them, emboss them, foil on top of your reflections. How cool would that be? So you're getting all of that. Plus, you're also going to get Minecraft Studio. So you're going to get the little characters that you can take into Minecraft Studio and make whatever size you like. So if you've got an A4 printer at home, you can't go any bigger than A4 with your reflections. However, if you take these into Minecraft Studio, you can make them any size you like. Make a note of the size because it tells you the height and the width at the bottom of the screen, and then make the cutting file from the reflection that size, and then you can cut those out, which is brilliant, isn't it? I love that. So you're getting all of that. You will get your reflections for your dies, which are irrelevant to us as ScanNCut users, but you do get your digi-stamps. Now imagine these done in pyrography on Santa's tray. Wouldn't that be fabulous? So you've got your digi-stamps in there. Again, you can resize those. And then we come on to these, and these scenes are fabulous. So you've got some at the ice rink. You've got some in the village as it's just going dark. I got up this morning at 6:15, it was still dark. I was like, yes, it's coming. Then you've got all these beautiful scenes. Look how fabulous it looks with those sun rays just coming through those clouds. And then at the bottom, you've got going into the woodland and down the path. And I love that. The reflection in that water is fabulous, isn't it? So you're getting all of that. Plus, you're also going to get these backgrounds, which are super cute because they're like little pearls and little jewels as your backgrounds. So all of that, plus your SVG files, shop jewel, $14.99. This is the one that we're going to make the project with as well, so you might want to get that into your baskets. Now then, we also have stickers. Now, I was reliably informed last night, under duress a little bit, I think, that the stickers are coming off 3 for 2 at the end of the month. So you've got about a week to stock up on your stickers where they're buy 2, get 1 free. So if you want these, you could have 2 of these, 3 of these, you'll only pay for 2, right? So if you're buying 3, you might want this one and the Cozy Bears, and then pop onto the website before you check out and select another one for free. Good that, isn't it? But I like the idea of these. Now then, we can go small with our cutting files. I'm not sure, well, it would cut that small, but you'd have to really work that out. Look how tiny that one is. And this enables you to use these for perspective. So if you've got the bigger one at the foreground, you want the smaller one in the background. So that's how you can use those tiny ones. Gift tags, gift bags, acetate, vellum, wood, ceramic, glass, they'll go onto all of those, and they are super, super, super easy to use. So if you want that one, shop, Andrew, I think the screen's frozen, darling. Shop Cool, $12.99. Get those in, they're fabulous. We might use those in the shaker later on. Right, next, Cozy Bears. Look at this, Berry Cozy. Now, if you didn't get this yesterday, this is your opportunity to get these little chaps, Rusty, Teddy and Wally. They are fabulous. Look at them. You were asking for bears, and funnily enough, and we didn't know that you were going to ask for bears, we've got this collection. So again, same thing, all the artwork, different sizes, etc., etc. Then you're also going to get them as Minecraft Studio. I think these are fabulous. Look at these, great, aren't they? And you get the different colourway. This is what I'm talking about. So normally you would pay £1 for each one of those as a different colourway. They're included in the price. Then you've also got your little characters here, which are fabulous, aren't they, to colour in. I love colouring in. I miss that. I need to do some more of that. And then we've got these fabulous scenes. Now, we bought you a Christmas the other week where it had all the little houses in it. These are going to look perfect with those. But you could use them with the beige. You can use them with your cool jewels as well, which will be fabulous. So more winter scenes. And then you've got your tartans at the back, or your plaids. They're fabulous, aren't they? So all of that little lot is shop digital, $14.99. And if you would like the stickers for that, they're cute, aren't they? These are shop transfer, and they're $12.99. Now remember, if you're buying both of those stickers, go on the website before you check out and add another one to your basket, and you won't pay for it. Now's the time to stock up on those stickers. Right, now then, let me talk to you about this black card, because, well, you've seen it today because you saw me showing it to you as part of that ScanNCut deal. You're going to get 20 sheets. It's 12 by 12. It's solid core, which is what I would recommend. Now, it says it's 220 GSM. I'm going to argue that a little bit because I made the lantern out of this. Now, if I didn't think that was strong enough to hold that form, and because we're putting construction weight acetate behind it, makes it a little bit more rigid, this is perfect for your lanterns. So if you haven't got black card, get this one in your stash. The code for that is shop black, and it's $14.99, and you're getting 20 sheets. Okay, that's a cracker. I'm so glad we've got black card in, honestly, you wouldn't believe. Right, so if you want that one, now then, a deal and a half on your vinyl. The vinyl starter kit is back in stock. I'm so happy about that because we're going to do vinyl today. All right, we're going to use it in our project. So, first of all, you're going to get 10 sheets of our holographic, which is absolutely fabulous. Your code for this is Shop Casa. It's $17.99, not just for this one. You're getting all 3 packs. So you've got all of these fantastic holographic. These are going to look great with your cool jewels. You've got your greens in there. You can see how reflective it is. Can we see Sean? Where's Sean? Give us a wave, Sean. Where are you? No, can't find you. It's like, no, stop doing that, please, Melanie. You're love that. So you're getting that with a 12 by 12 free transfer tape sheet. So you need that one. Then you're going to get your white, and this is the one that we're going to use today. So you're going to get 15 sheets of white. It's a matte white. It's lovely, and it's brilliant for your snowflakes. And that's what we're going to use it for today. So you're going to get 15 of those plus a bonus transfer sheet. And then you're also going to get 15 black, which is perfect. Look at that, matte black. It's like a chalkboard black. It's fabulous. Sentiments, etc. These are going to be great for. So you're going to get 40 sheets, 15 white, 15 black, and 10 holographic, plus 3 bonus transfer sheets for $17.99. If you've already got it, get another one. Seriously, because I don't know how long we're going to have that deal for. But while we've got it, please pop it in your basket. Right, vinyl starter kit. Now this, if you want to cut vinyl small on your ScanNCut, this is absolutely phenomenal. Inside it, you get the blade and the housing. It's a super, super, super fine blade. It works in conjunction with that half cut function, and I'm going to show you how to do this in this hour. And then you also get an activation code. Now then, your activation code, all that does when you go into Canvas Workspace and activate it is give you some designs for vinyl. You have to use this in conjunction with the downloadable version of Canvas Workspace, because some of the images are big, and the reason they did that is because the vinyl roll feeder that clips onto an SDX will allow you to do bigger pieces. So you have to use it in conjunction with that. You don't have to use it at all if you don't want to. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I paid for $54.99 happily to get the actual blade and the holder, because then all you do is buy a blade. If you've already got any of your accessories apart from this one, like your foiling or your embossing, and you're upgrading from a CM to an SDX, first of all, you don't need to rebuy them, and secondly, you don't need to re-register them, because you're working in the same Canvas account. It doesn't know that you've changed machines. So pop that in your basket. If you're serious about cutting those tiny snowflakes, which is what we're going to use today, then this blade will do that for you. It is phenomenal. Shop vinyl, $54.99. Now I have another couple of things that if you want to make this project with me, you will need. So construction weight acetate. Now this is thick and it's dense, but the ScanNCut will still cut it, okay? So you're going to need that in your basket. Shop construction, $11.99. Remember, all these prices I'm giving you are before your club discounts. That's your acetate. Shop construction. I've then got artificial snow. Now please open these and put them in a box, because once they're open it will get everywhere. We had a lady the other day said she'd opened it, pulled it apart instead of cutting it, and it was all over her kitchen. You don't want that. So 2 of these you're going to get, so 100 grams in total. And the code for this, Andrew, is, please? Just trying to find it. Shop double. There you go. $7.98. That's a good price. That's fabulous, right? You're going to need that. And then shakers. Because on the front of the Christmas book that we're going to make, we're going to put a shaker in as well, because we can. Shop Dome is going to get you 12 of those for $9.99. You can also put them back to back and make baubles like that. And if we've got time today, I don't know whether we will or not, because it's quite a big project, but these are going to be fantastic. Right, I would advise that you get a pen and a piece of paper, because as we start, you might not need it in this hour, but at 12 o'clock, you're going to have to write down sizes if you want to do it exactly the same as mine. Right, one more product and then we're going to demo. This is your Cadence porcelain and glass paste. Now, it's like, it creates like a frost, a very light frost, and it looks amazing on your construction weight acetate. And you'll see me use this probably in this show, because I'm going to get a lot of bits and bobs prepared for 12 o'clock in this hour, so I can teach you while we're prepping, which is great. Shop Frost, $5.99. That's brilliant for making it look like you're looking through a frosty window. It's fabulous. Right, shall we go over here? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Good morning to everybody. Quick catch up before I go to work, says Linda. Wendy Corbett says, we will all miss you, Andrew, and it won't be the same, Mel, not telling you off. Hope you make lots of memories with your little one and have an amazing Christmas. And Andrew's written, I'm sure I'll still get told off, even if I'm not here, but thanks. That's usually me that's in trouble and I'm not even here. Right, let's have a look at this. So, first of all, we're going to start with the Berry Cozy, okay? And we're going to talk about cutting out reflections. And I know you're sitting there going, I know how to do that, Mel. I know you do. But it was once upon a time you didn't. And that's who I'm thinking about in this first show. So, when you print off your artwork, it's what we call a reflection. And they're different to the reflections that you will get with the dies, because we have this positioning rectangle that goes all the way around the outside edge. So when you're printing this off, I need you to print it at either actual size or 100%. Don't print it at fit to page. Now, if you did that with your dies, you've kind of wasted that piece of card. If you do that with your SVG files, if you forget, it's not a major issue, because you can just resize it to fit, because the SVG files are scalable, unlike a die, it's perfect for doing this. So you're going to print it off. Then I would use as well 140 pure print. Now we're hoping that it's going to be back in this week, so please keep an eye out for that. And the reason I use 140 rather than 250 for my decoupage is because as you build it up, you don't want to see that thick white edge at the when you cut into it, because you'll see the white. So the thinner you can get that, the better, and that's why I use the 140 pure print. Please don't ever put premium pure print anywhere near your ScanNCut mat, because it likes it and it doesn't want to give you back. Right, so I've got the files on a USB, and the USB is just plugging directly into my ScanNCut. And you'll notice today that there's no TV and there's no computer, because all of this is going to be done just in your machine. So we're going to retrieve the information. So this is where you'll find all the built-in shapes. That's your scanning function. Just move whatever you need to move, Sean. And then this bit here, so you're retrieving information, means you're retrieving it from an external source, which is the USB. So we're going to retrieve the information from the USB. It's going to bring up Berry Cozy, and we want, and you'll see on the bottom of this piece of paper here, Berry Cozy Wally decoupage. So it tells you the collection, tells you the name. If it's a different size to the original, it will tell you the size, and then it tells you whether it's a cut or a decoupage. So if we go into Wally and we want the reflections, there's no size on this, so I want the original, and then I want the decoupage layer. So you're going to click on that, and that will open up this screen, which gives you those decoupage layers. Now, if you put it in the bin now, you will take it off the USB. Okay, but if you're buying it as a download, you'll be able to download it anyway, so it's not too much of an issue, but that's what you need to know. So on this screen, all you do is press OK, and that puts it on what we call a workable mat, where I can start to manipulate and group and move all those shapes. So we're changing it, so we're editing it, and what we need to do is select all of the pieces. So one red square means that one shape is selected. 3 red squares means you're selecting more than one. So you're going to multiple select everything that's on the mat. So you choose the image of the full square. That selects everything. We press OK. We go back to editing the object and we group it together. So now I can move this around the screen as one piece, which is what we need. Now what we're going to do is let the machine see it, so it can bring a coloured image up on here, and then we can just line up those 2 rectangles, the one that's around the cutting file and the one that is around the piece of artwork. So we're going to scan this in, okay? Okie doke. So let's press OK, and again, and scan, and we're going to press start. So it's going to scan it in. It's not scanning it to find the outside edge. It has got a mind of its own, Sean. It's technology. All technology has a mind of its own. So we're going to scan it in now, so it brings a colour image up on the screen, okay? Now, you can make that image darker if you want to by going into the spanner, making the background darker, and then pressing OK. So now you can really clearly see that artwork. I want to make it lighter again so that I can see the file. So we're going to press OK. Now all we're going to do now is go into Edit and zoom in. So we're going to zoom in to 400%. And the only thing that you need to think about is lining up that red rectangle over the top of that black rectangle. Okay, like that. And then everything else will just fall into place. So we're going to press OK. We're going to go back to editing the object. We're going to ungroup the file and tap the screen to release the shapes. And the reason I do this is so that I can delete off that rectangle, okay? Because that rectangle, it will always cut that rectangle first. So what it will do is weaken this piece of paper by taking away some of the structure of it. So I like to delete the rectangle first, and then it doesn't do that. Now, if I only want to cut the top one, which I do, if I go back into the toolbox here that's behind that spanner, I can change the cut area. And I can change the cut area just by dragging over. So if the ScanNCut can't see it, it can't cut it, okay? So you're fooling it into thinking that there's only one there. And then we're going to keep pressing OK until we get to please select and cut. It tells me that there's a pattern outside the effective area, but the fact that it says OK to continue means that we can just cut one, and this is the easiest way to do it. And then we just press start. Now, if you've never seen a ScanNCut before, this is what you call a true auto blade. So it doesn't give you a drop-down menu to choose from, the different weights and papers and cards, etc. It looks at the material, and then it adjusts itself automatically, which is just amazing. And it doesn't matter whether this is denim, leather, mylar, greyboard, parchment, acetate, shrink plastic, vinyl, all of those different things. It just looks at it, and I love that because I don't know what lightweight paper means. I don't know what heavyweight cardstock means. But I know that when it looks at it, it does what it needs to do. And it's a bit like a sat nav. You learn to trust it. It's one of those, isn't it? I did that once and ended up in the middle of a field. Literally down a dirt track over a bridge about that wide. I was like, I don't think this is right. Right, so then we've got all our little decoupage areas that it's now cut out perfectly. Now, if it decides it needs to cut it more and you don't think it does, check that the top edge there of your paper is flush. Because if you've got a little bubble there because there isn't enough adhesive at the top and it reads the depth of that bubble, it will think it needs to cut them more than it does. Now, all we're going to do now is peel this back, and there, how satisfying is that? That's one of the most satisfying things in craft, I think. I love that. And then you've got all your little decoupage layers. So let's start building that up. And then I'm going to show you how we made the card itself, because we've used the outside edges of these to make the card as well, which is super cool. Right, please tell me I brought my tweezers in. Please tell me. Yes, you did. Well done, Melanie. Right. Honestly, there's always something, isn't there? I'm just going to give this a little bit of shape. And even though this is the lighter weight paper, still works beautifully. So then you've got this piece. Now, as a die cutter, you'd have to snip into these to build up these layers. What we've done as digital crafters is done it for you. So you're going to get all of these little characters. So I'm just going to use my pin flare glue gel, and I'm going to position that over the top like that, so that then these little ears are behind the hat, which is great. Then I want this piece. It's very clever how our graphic designers do this. Look, they think about it, because this is a level of work that they have to do to make this work. It doesn't just happen with the click of a button, unfortunately. And then we're just going to put this on here, a little bit on the nose and a little bit down this side. So we're going to position that on there. Now I'm going to press down here where his scarf is, so his scarf's not floating off the side of his neck. And I'm going to keep that a little bit raised down there. How lovely is that? Now, can you see about the white edge? You can go in with a little bit of ink if you want, but it's not really noticeable as long as you use that 140. If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you. That's great, but it will bother me because I'm like that. Bit fussy, some would say. Right, we're going to put that onto here. So that side is going onto there. So he's got his little overcoat on his jacket. Look at that. How gorgeous is this? Then you've got your other one. I love this. I think this is brilliant. Teddies. Did you have a teddy when you were little? I've still got mine. Little Ted and Big Ted. I know, it was very creative. It's better than my tortoise that I call Fluffy. At least I got the teddy bit right. Who names the tortoise Fluffy? Me, apparently. That bit's band is going to go on there. So on here, rather than having it flat all the way across, what I'm going to do is push the top bit down and let the side bits just come up a little bit further like that. And then you even get the decoupage for his little boots. And you don't have to use this if you don't want to. It's just there if you do. But I think that's super cute. So we've now got our little bear all decoupaged up. Okay, so we'll pop him to one side to dry because he's got friends as well. Right, now then, this is quite a simple demo to start the day off. We are going to get more in detail. I'm not going to say more difficult, because it's not. If you break something down into steps and you follow step by step by step, it's not difficult. It's when you try and do ridiculous things in a million different ways that it gets complicated. Right, so let's have a look at this. So first of all, I'm going to put my cut area back. Okay, so it's back to full. And then we're going to get some of these characters. So we're going to retrieve the information from the USB. We want to go back into Berry Cozy. We want to go to Rusty first, and we want the matte cuts, okay? So I want the original one because that's the size that I've used, and we're going to press OK. Then we're going to add, and we're going to do the same thing again and pick up the next bear. So back into the collection, into Teddy this time, into Matte, into Original, and press OK. And then we're going to add, and for the final time, we're going to do this bit. So back into Berry Cozy, back into Wally this time, back into Matte's, and back into Original. Now, once you've done this once, you don't need to do this again because you can save it. So I've got, and it will put them in a pile in order. So that'll be Wally. That'll be Rusty. I don't know, Sean. I can't remember the names of all the things. Honestly, me and names are shocking. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is zoom in on this so that we can see our overlap, because we're going to weld these together, and welding is like digitally gluing, okay? So I'm going to grab that and I'm going to go over the edge like that. So I'm joining it about there. Then I'm going to bring this one in and I'm going to move that one across, and I'm going to overlap that one. Oh, come back a bit. Went a bit too far. It is a bit like a game of Jenga with these arrows. Right, so first thing I need to do is make sure that they're all aligned at the bottom so that the card stands up. That's important, right? So we're going to multiple select everything so it picks up all three. We're finished on that screen, so we press OK. We're going to go to our directional arrow buttons because we're going to move the shapes. And at the top, you will see the alignment function. Now, wherever the straight line is where it will align it to. So left, right, top, bottom, centrally vertically, and centrally horizontally. So we want to align all those to the bottom, okay? And then we're going to press OK, and while they're all still selected, we go back into editing the object, and this is Weld. I know it looks like a keyhole or Pingu, depending on how you look at it, but it's actually a triangle. It is though, Sean, isn't it? Martin Parker once said that on air, and now I can't see it other than Pingu. This is Weld. It's a triangle glued to a circle. So when we click on that, it says it's okay to weld because there's enough overlap. Are you happy with it? Because once you've done it, you can't undo it. Okay, so I'm going to press yes, I'm happy with that. So that's going to be our card front. What we need to do now is make that into a back as well. So we're going to duplicate it. So we've got three. One of them is going to come down to the bottom. I'll talk to you about that one in a minute. And this one we need to mirror image. So we need to flip it and rotate it. So it's back to front and upside down. So if we flip first and then we rotate it 180 degrees, that will then give us a perfect mirror image. Now I'm pushing that one right up into that top left corner, so I know that that's straight. I'm pushing this one right over to the left hand side, and I'm making sure that this area here, which is the one that has the least overlap because that's the smallest bear, is still overlapped enough to weld. So what we do now is slightly different. We multiple select part of the mat, because this piece here is going to be the piece that tidies all this up that you stick your characters onto. So I don't want this included. So instead of selecting everything, we select part of it. And those drag arrows appear, and as soon as you drag over something and it can't see the whole shape, it ignores it. So now when we press OK, it just selects those two. We press OK, we go back to editing that object, and we weld or digitally glue those two together. So now I've got my card shape and I've got the piece that's going to go over the front. So now I can press OK. Now I can save that onto my USB, and I never need to do that process again, which is great, isn't it? Love that. Right, so let's get rid of that mat for a minute. And let's bring this in, because I've already cut it. I cut it out of some craft card. You'll choose whatever colour you prefer to use. So you've got your little characters all lined up. You could put a score line across there if you wanted to. I was in a bit of a rush yesterday, so I didn't manage to do that bit. Now that looks okay, but it's going to look ridiculous when you start to put your little characters on it, isn't it? Because you've got this and it's hanging over the edge, and we don't like that. Don't like that. So what I'm going to do is take this and stick this over the top so it hides that hinge at the top. So let's glue that together first. Once I finish this demo, I will go back down the counter for you, because I know that people join us right the way through the show and I don't want anybody missing out on this. Don't forget as well, if you need to ring somebody, talk to somebody, whatever it is, that deal on that SDX today is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, because we've knocked more money off. I like that. Sometimes you want extras and sometimes you just want it cheaper. And that's what we've done. Right, so that's going to sit onto there, like so. Then I've got my 3 little characters. So I've got this one who's got the little bubble on his hat. I've got this one that's got the big bubble on his hat. We were talking about this last night. I don't know whether your mum ever did this, Sean, but knitting bubble hats, and then got 2 circle frames. So a circle within a circle, a little ball of wool, and used to wrap it round loads and loads of times and then cut it through and make a bobble, didn't you? Like a pom-pom.
Didn't have any bubble hats, I don't
Did
think.
you not?
No.
Oh, Sean, you missed out. If I get you for Secret Santa, you'll get a bobble hat. Like Martin last year. Martin, who was our warehouse manager, that was funny. We got, Stephanie thought she'd ordered 4 boxes of fleeces and she'd actually ordered 4 pallets. And he was going a little bit mad about it because he didn't have enough space in the warehouse. So when I pulled him out as my Secret Santa, I'm like, what am I going to buy, Martin? And they went, I know, 4 fleeces. I still don't think he knows it's me, but it was very funny. Right, we've got that one. And then we've got our lovely Wally, who's just going to go on the end like this. So use your decoupage layers, build those characters up, and then you will end up with something that looks like, oh, I need to get you straight, I'm a bit gentle with him because I've just glued him down like that. How cute is that? Isn't that fab? And it will, she says, stand up by itself. Maybe not on this surface, but it will, look. You just need to crease it properly when it's dry. Right, there you go. Isn't that fab? Right, once we've done a recap, I'm going to come back and show you vinyl. And then I'm going to do a little bit of cadence with the snowflakes that I've done, because we're building up ready for 12 o'clock. Very excited about today. I woke up really early this morning and I wanted to just come in and do stuff. So I did. Right, let's have a recap, shall we? Oh, look at you lot. I love that. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh, evening, Wendy from New Zealand. International today, Sean. Mm-hmm. I know, right? Andrew. Morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. Isn't it a bit chilly?
It is a bit chilly.
I know, but that's not how you spell it.
Oh well.
C-H-I-L-L-I-E.
I'm dyslexic. Don't
Yeah, but I would never have known that until you told me.
Rate me.
I don't hate you. I could never hate you. Unless you did something really bad. Right, now then, let's have a look at our little characters, shall we? So, brand new, launching this morning. Well, I think if you got a sneak peek of it, you might have had a sneak peek of it in the Sunday supplement, because I did a thing on Saturday and Diane did a thing on Sunday. I know. But these are your SVG files. So you are going to get the reverse of this artwork as well. So if you are making your baubles or your gift tags or whatever it is, this is going to be perfect for that. You do get your detailed designs, so you could foil them. Especially with having the little jewels on, foiling would look fabulous on that. I think I would probably use silver to work with the little diamantes that they've got on them, but choice is yours. So you get all of those. I also think these would look lovely on vellum. Oh, look! On the mat layer, there's a little hole in the top. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. So you get the little one to be able to hang to make your tags. Imagine your gift tags, matching your gift bags, matching your card, matching your actual gift itself. How exciting is that? Then you get these in Minecraft Studio. So you can make these any size that you want in there. And then on the bottom of the screen in Minecraft Studio, you will see that it gives you the height and the width, and it's accurate. So it gives you like 21.4. It doesn't just say 21. And then you can resize that. So resize your cutting file in Canvas to make sure that it's exactly the right size, and then that cutting file from your reflection will cut that out no matter how big it is. It's good, that, isn't it? So you're getting those three. You get the reflections for the dies, which you'll get your reflections for your SVG files in your download. You've then got your lovely little snowmen. How brilliant are these? Now, this is the product that we're going to be using at 12 and 6 today, because I've got a full-on project to teach you, which is very exciting. And then you get all of your scenes. I'm going to teach you how to line up all your scenes when you're doing a tunnel card. That's the one that I use, but all of these are fabulous. Can I also say these as well will be really nice in your Quirky Bird tins. So if you've got the Enchanted Elf, that would look really cool in these. Or you could do your mittens or your hot chocolate mugs out of some of these scenes. Look like they've been sublimated, wouldn't it? That'd be cool. Might need to do that. And then add it to the list of all the stuff I want to do. And then we've got all of these backgrounds that could be bubbles, but they could also be pearls and gems. I love this. I think this collection is fabulous. Shop Jewel, $14.99 is going to get you all of those. Now, we also do stickers to match. We're making it a trend for 2026, and you're going to be ahead of the trend. Now then, these are fabulous. We have these stickers on our website, so you can view all of them. And I would suggest you do that before you check out your baskets, because they're on a 3 for 2. So you pay for 2, but you actually get 3. So maybe you want 3 of the same one, or maybe you want 3 different ones. That offer ends at midnight next Tuesday, and everything will go back up to $12.99 each. So make sure that you're getting these into your basket now while they're on that deal. And these are fabulous because you've got the little jewels on there. We will be using these in that project as well. So if you want to make it exactly like mine, and before Andrew, no, I'll get one of the girls, because you'll have gone, won't you, by 7 o'clock tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm out. I'm working tomorrow.
I know you're working tomorrow,
Well,
but you can't photograph this, can you? I'll get it photographed and put on our socials for you, but we will be using these. So get those in your basket. Shop Cool, $12.99. Can I just say, we do have white shrink plastic on the show. How cute is that? If my ears hadn't healed up, I'd have had those in as earrings. Isn't that fabulous? Shop White is going to get you 5 A4 sheets. Now, I think there were 9. I did the small one, so there were 9 on a sheet, so that will give you 45. That will give you 22 pairs of earrings. I like the idea of these in a shaker, or just a pair of earrings hung on the front of the project. It's cute, isn't it? Isn't that lovely?
Scattered on the Christmas table.
Or just scattered on the Christmas table. Indeed, Andrew. How fabulous are they? Right, let me talk to you about vinyl next, because this is a deal and a half. I don't want anybody missing out. And I know you might be sitting there going, Mel, I've got it already. Good. But while it's on this deal, please try and get another one. Shop Casa, $17.99 is going to get you 10 sheets of the most beautiful holographic vinyl. I love this. I think it's absolute, and it's a really good quality too. It's not flimsy. You know, sometimes you get vinyl and it's a bit flimsy. This is really good quality. You've got your one that reminds me of fruit salad sweets because of the colours. You've got your wicked green, not long now till the second one comes out. I'm on a countdown. Then you've got the fabulous pink. Where are you? No, there's another one there. Go on, over you go. Red. Then you've got a flamingo pink. Still missed it, I think. Bear with. There you go. Then you've got like a fluorescent, which is super cool. Then you've also got a green with the yellow in there, and then you've got your teal, and then you also get your 12 by 12 transfer sheet as well. So you're getting all of that, plus, we're not finished yet, plus you're going to get 15 even sheets of black. The numbers are right in front of you, Melanie, big bold numbers. You're going to get 15 sheets of that, like a chalkboard, with the extra transfer sheet. And then you're also going to get 15 of the white, which we're about to use, with that as well, which is fantastic, isn't it? So 40 sheets in total of 12 by 12 vinyl, plus the 3 transfer sheets. Shop Casa, $17.99, and that's before your discount. I don't know how we do it, but I'm really glad we do. So pop that into your basket. Now then, if you haven't got your vinyl starter kit, I'm about to use it. So brace yourself.
I don't think we've got any left.
Oh, is it gone?
I think they're all allocated.
Okay, they're all allocated.
We will put another order in though.
We will. I shall speak to Katie. Blinking heck, that was fast. Well done. I think there were a few of you had an email about it when it came back in. There's the thing that you can do. If you see a product on the website and it's out of stock, if you click on the product, you can put your email address in and ask for a reminder to be sent. I do that. So I like Roman jumpers, and they give you the ability to do that, and it's really good.
And then your first come, first serve as well.
And then your first come, first served
Which is
as well.
why we've not had any sublimation printers in for a while.
Which is why we haven't had any sublimation printers in for a while, because loads of people have done it, and now every time we get them in, we message you first, which is great. Right, couple of comments. Right, Stephanie Jarvis, I've not used my ScanNCut very much, just to cut basic shapes for mats and layering, but this weekend I've cut 39 Team Bride for t-shirts for my best friend's daughter's hen do in a couple of weeks. Super proud of myself, but couldn't have done it without watching you, Mel, doing it over and over again. Well, you're very welcome, Stephanie, but that's my job. And you know what? It doesn't even feel like a job. Being able to demonstrate this product for nearly the last 10 years, it'll be 10 years in January. How quickly has that gone? It's just been an absolute pleasure, and I love it. Oh, Marina was disappointed that all the bears were boys, but we will do some girls in the future, we promise. We'll do that. Yeah, great job that, Stephanie, I love that. Mel, if we only need to cut a few of the reflections by reducing cut area to required objects, would it not also not cut outside rectangle and therefore not have to delete it first? No, because, let me think about how I explain this. You could do it that way, but you need to make sure you ungroup it. But for the sake of deleting a rectangle, so either way, yes, both ways will work, but you just have to remember to ungroup it. Because if you drag over it while it's grouped, it will delete everything, it will ignore everything because it's one shape. But yes, Chrissy, you could do that if you wanted to. Everybody does it in slightly different ways, don't we? Linda Parsons says, this vinyl is beautiful, cuts like a dream on ScanNCut. Yes, it does. Right. Come on, let's go and have a look at this. So we're going to do a little bit of vinyl now, because I think this is an interesting one to do. And we need quite a lot of little snowflakes for our project. We've got 4 minutes. Oh no. Right, let me set it up for you. That's not right. How come we only have 4 minutes? Right, we're going to go into patterns, and we're going to go into this category. And I know that this snowflake is on every single ScanNCut. I know that. So we're going to select that one, and we're going to press OK, and we're going to set it on a mat first of all. Then I'm going to make it tiny. So I'm going to go down to 6 millimeters. You'll hardly be able to see it, but it will cut it with the vinyl blade, and you will get that detail. So I'm going to press OK. I'm now going to ask it to do 30. So I'm just increasing that to 30. And what it will want to do is put those all in a row. And I want it to just put them in a box, so you can see all of this lot down here. So if I now change my cutting area to there, like that, and press OK, and then I do my arrangement, which is this button here, and I put them all in a straight line, it will only work within that area. Can you see? So it only works within that space. So now I've got those there, I can take my cut area back. So if you want to be really specific with something like that, you can. If you want it to cut from a certain place, you can make it do that, which is great. What I'm going to do is group this together. So we're going to multiple select everything on the mat, press OK, go back to editing the object and group it together. And I'm going to move it in slightly from the edge because I want to add a weeding box. So we're going to press OK, and we're going to keep going until we get to please select and cut. Then we're going to scroll down in our spanner. We're going to go down to page 2 and put half cut on, and put your cut pressure back to auto. And then we're also going to add the weeding box on, and a weeding box will just put a shape around those, so you don't need to peel the full sheet of vinyl back. You can just take that strip out. So now all we do is remove that blade and housing, take the cap off that, put that one in, so it now knows that it's got the vinyl blade in there. I'm going to grab my mat, and we are going to get this cutting. Now this is brilliant. So half cut means that it will kiss cut, so it'll cut the vinyl, but it will leave the backing in place. And these are super, super tiny. So I'm just going to load this in. I'm going to let it cut. I'm going next door after this to do an hour of resin with Jane. Ooh, wait till you see the new moulds. And I'm going to leave this running because I can. And this is the joy of having a ScanNCut. This machine does all the boring bit so that you get to do all the fun bit, which is the crafting bit. Right, so it does all the boring bit while you're crafting, it's cutting away. And look at it, it's hardly moving. That's how tiny those snowflakes are, but it will cut them absolutely perfectly. And I love that because I can walk away now in confidence knowing that when I come back to that, I'll have 30 snowflakes cut out and they'll all be perfect. Right, thank you for your company. I'm going next door to be with Jane, and then at 12 o'clock I will be back here. Well, I'm with Amanda at 11, and then I'll be here at 12 with, I'm going to start our concertina book, which is very exciting. So get your products in your basket, get those checked out, and you can sit back, feet up, cup of tea, and you can enjoy the shows. I'll see you in about 5 minutes time. See you in a bit.